We always like to do situational stuff in all of our practices. You'll see more of that here these next few days, where we put offense on the side, defense on the side. We do what we call play it out situations. So we'll see a lot of that here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week.
Talked before about the rookies having to get up to speed. How do you guys go about that? Do they do extra stuff after this stuff? How do you guys?
Yeah, you try to spend as much time as you can with them. There aren't restrictions on the Rookies' Day like there is on the Veterans' Day throughout the off-season, so you do have an opportunity to get with them more. And you know, the biggest thing we tried to do at the outset of the off-season with the rookies was, you know, lay a foundation for their strength and conditioning. So we want to make sure we continue to do that really throughout this time to get them up to snuff physically. And then you spend as much time as you can with them outside of normal meetings to help them really just catch up mentally on what they're behind on. And so much of it is, you know, just their scheme work, the technique part of it. And so we try to, as much as we can, spend the extra time with them to give them a fighting chance.
How do you go about goal setting? Is that something you like to do just before the season or through each segment, like OTAs and minicamp and so on? And what's your philosophy on evaluating that over time?
That's a great question. I think at the outset, whenever you're involved in something like we're involved in, you know, building a team, you need to start with where you want to go. And I think any player, coach, or staff member who's involved in the NFL wants to be on that platform the first week of February down there in Miami, holding the Super Bowl trophy over their head. So that's the very tangible goal that I think everybody in this business has. If you don't have that goal, you shouldn't be doing what we're doing. I think there are a lot of steps along the way. You know, our first goal tangibly is to win the division. We want to start by winning the division, and then, you know, hosting the playoff game and all the different steps that you take to have an opportunity to play in that game and win that game. But there are many more goals beyond that. Some less tangible goals that we really try to lay out for our team really each and every day. They have a lot to do with our expectations of ourselves and what the players can expect from us, what we expect from them. So we try to be abundantly clear about those things. We try to monitor those things along the way and hold everybody accountable to those things. So it's a really good question. There are a lot of different levels to it, but I think that's just kind of the basic short answer.
I guess you have a set system on how you do that in the short term, day to day?
Yeah, you know, I don't know that we say at the start of the year, my goal for Tuesday, June 11th is this. You know, I do think that, you know, as you're going through a process, I do think, hey, what are the objectives and what are we trying to achieve by this practice, by this day, by this drill? And again, when you're in a leadership role, you try to outline that, you try to communicate that, and then hold everybody accountable to what you're trying to achieve. Yeah. The biggest thing is we talk about the same kinds of things with all members of our staff. We want to coach our team well. And there are a lot of levels of that. It's how our coaches interact with each other. It's a collaborative process. There's no one coach on our staff who's doing everything. That's just not how it works. And I don't think that's how it works around the league. The best staffs I've been around, you know, the staffs work well together. And that's what we're going to try to do on offense, try to do on defense, and in the kicking game. So you want to be able to use all your resources. There are people on each side of the ball who are in leadership roles, and part of their job is to lead. And part of leading is bringing out the best in everybody.